So now I'm going to sign on to Symplicity and click on Student Groups and click on My Groups and then choose my club, Girl World Politics, and then I'm going to continue to the Budget tab to see the list of Girl World Politics accounts. I am then going to click on the Edit icon, which looks like the pen and paper, and then click on Add a New Transaction to create my budget transaction request. I'm then going to choose the account I want to use, for example, the club's fundraising account. Next, I'm going to agree to the Statement of Understanding.
Please note that by clicking Yes on the Statement of Understanding, you agree that submitting this form does not mean your expenditure is approved. If you spend money and your expenditure has not been approved, payment or reimbursement cannot be made, and you will be liable for all costs incurred.
If your name is not populated under Requester, please make sure to add it now. My system has already put Girl World Politics in for me, so I don't need to change it. I'm now going to add the event title, and I know that I need to make sure that it matches with the event title that I submit with my event planning form. And since I am asking for a withdrawal of funds from my club's account, I'm going to make sure that withdraw is chosen. At this time, I have a couple choices. If you need a check cut to a vendor in advance, for example, to pay a performer on the day of the performance, choose Request for a check to be cut in advance or as a reimbursement. As I mentioned before, all requests for advance checks are due no later than 4 weeks prior to the date the check is needed, as checks take this long to process.
If this is an advance check under Is this a request for, choose an advance check to a vendor. Then choose the date on which the check is needed. Identify the total amount of the check. Under Transaction Info, please create a quick description which will show up in your accounts. Under Description, please indicate what the check is for. For example, what is the service that the vendor will be providing? Under Payee Name, please indicate exactly who the check will be made out to. Include address and phone number in the subsequent boxes. Then indicate what your preference is for dispersing the check after we receive it from the district.
The other choices, if I'm submitting my budget prior to my event and will be requesting checks afterwards, I need to choose Estimated Budget submitted 2 weeks prior to the event. And I know, just as it says, all budgets are due no later than 2 weeks prior to my event date.
If this is an estimated budget, indicate how much money your club has budgeted for each of the items listed: publicity, food, services, speakers, supplies, and other, or miscellaneous. If you have any funds for other, please make sure to describe what the funds are intended to be used for. This is extremely important when we create a check request, as each item relates to a different code within an account that we request from the district. Yes, it is that technical. Then, indicate the total amount, as this is what will be deducted from your account once approved. The budget breakdown should equal the total amount, so please double check to make sure that it does. Under Transaction Information, please create a quick description which will show up in your accounts. Leave description blank.
If both scenarios match what I'm trying to do, I would need to submit 2 forms. Student Development will adjust the items for you after each is approved by taking estimated budgets and creating new line items for them in your list of accounts. More on that in Budget 101. After my event, I know that it is my responsibility to double check all my accounts to ensure that everything has been completed the way our club intended. Now hit submit and you will receive a confirmation once your advisor and the Student Development Office approve your request.
After submitting the budget transaction form, it is time to move on to the event request form. Do not forget this step. Click on Events tab. If you are a group admin, you will be able to choose Add a New Event. Step 1. Event Information. If you are involved in more than one club, you may need to choose your club from the Student Group drop-down menu. Make sure you have the correct one. The Visibility section will allow you to choose who can view the event. If the event is public, the details will be included on the public event calendar, viewable by everyone within the Symplicity system. If your event is not set to public, campus-wide publicity will not be scheduled.
I'm going to set my event's publicity at public because I want everyone to see what my club is doing. I want as many people to attend as possible, and I want my event publicized campus-wide.
Event title is your opportunity to capture people's attention, so it would be a good idea for you to be specific so people know from one glance what your event is about.
I'm going to title my event The Political Debate.
Event timing. Choose your setup date and time. Make sure to give yourself enough time to set up so you are not rushing and have time to deal with miscellaneous unknown variables which always seem to pop up no matter how much planning you do. It's life after all, and unforeseen things happen. State your event starting time and event ending time, including the time it will take you to tear down and clean up your event.
My event will be held from noon until 2 p.m., and I know that my club members and I will need an hour setup time, but I would like to have the tables and chairs I will be requesting to be delivered by 10:30 a.m. So I will set my setup time at 10:30 a.m. My event starting time is noon. This information is important to differentiate because when the publicity request is completed by the Student Development Office, I want to make sure I have provided an accurate information. My teardown will take approximately an hour as well, so I will set my ending time at about 3 p.m. so I know my club members and I will need to fold up the tables and canopies and stack the chairs.
Please note that as part of your tear down for your event, your club is responsible for taking down any and all posters, flyers, and other publicity that you may have placed around the campus. Make this a responsibility of one or a few of your club's members during your event planning. Step 2. Event details. Event description. In the description area, please include the information about your event that you would like to use for publicity.
I'm going to put that our event will be a debate between two local politicians and will cover the political viewpoints of women's health issues. Additionally, I'm going to put that all students are welcome, and there will be a question and answer session after the debate where students and faculty can pose questions to the speakers, and that we will have bagels donated from our local bagel shop for all attendees.
Event vision. The event vision area is to capture what your club is envisioning your event will look like, what you will do or offer to those attending your event. We hope that this will allow us to understand the club's event expectations and what you are hoping the event will be so that we can capture any additional information that is not included in the rest of the form.
My vision for this event is that we have two speakers who are going to debate women's health for a large number of students out on the quad. This is going to be a hotly debated topic, and our club will be contacting professors who might be interested in encouraging their students to attend this event because it has relative information. I would like to have the speakers on a stage with mics and a mic available for the MC. There would be a large number of chairs that we could set up for the audience, as well as tables for local organizations to provide information about health and job opportunities within the area. We are also interested in staking signs into the grass which will provide information about the event so students passing by know what's going on.
Choose the event type that most closely matches your event. Please note, if you are planning an off-campus event, activity, or travel, do not proceed. A meeting must be set with the club's mentor and student development. To set up a travel meeting with your mentor and the student development office, meet your mentor to discuss a few meeting dates and times that would work for him or her. Then go to the club webpage, www.saddleback.edu/clubs, to make an appointment. Make sure to include 3 meeting dates and times that work for your club mentor at the bottom of the form. Location request. Please include your first and second choice for your event's location. We will work with the college's master calendar office to try to secure the first choice for your event. However, we cannot guarantee that your first choice will be available. Should your first choice not be available, we will try for your second choice. And if your second choice is not available, we will make the best decision for a third location given the space that is available. If you are planning an event during a particularly busy time and no rooms are available, we may contact you to choose another time or date.
Our first event location preference is the SSC quad area. If this is not available, then we would like to look at the Health Sciences 145.
Participants. Then, please provide your best estimate as to how many people you expect to attend your event.
It is my hope that we'll have 100 students and faculty attend our event. That would be a huge turnout.
Event setup. By clicking yes for the setup acknowledgement, you agree that you will need to arrive early for setup to make sure the equipment that you ordered is available for you and your club members to set up. It is your responsibility to arrive early, and if something is not there that has been approved, you need to address it with student development and request that the items that you had previously requested be added to your setup. Changes to your event request form must be received via the Event Setup Change Request form no later than a week prior to your event. The link for the Event Setup Change Request form is available under your club's links. Event equipment, if available, is provided with proper requests made in advance. Request the number of tables, chairs, and other equipment you will need. If you don't need any items, put the number 0. If your event is taking place indoors, please request the computer projector, the AV cabinet, or the auxiliary cable for external music device. If you need a microphone, we can request up to 3. If your event is taking place outdoors, we can request a variety of AV equipment. Please note the equipment will not be delivered if it is raining or looks like it'll rain. If it looks like it will rain, provide a contingency plan. For example, bring speakers for your laptop.
For my event, I will need 110 chairs, 100 for the audience, and 2 for each table I will be requesting. 5 tables, 5 canopies for each table, 3 trash cans, 1 extension cord for the AV system, a stage, microphone, speaker, and auxiliary cable.